Hello, Maverick traders, and welcome out to your daily market roundup. This is Sankit here, and I'll be breaking down today's market price action and most importantly, take a look at upcoming 24 hours here. As always, we'll be taking a look at broader market analysis, take a look at what's really moving the markets today, take a look at where the relative strength and weakness is, and then we'll take a look at some possible setups ahead. Let's get into it.
Disclaimer. This video was created for professional stock and option traders. Maverick Trading is a proprietary trading firm that employs professional traders around the world. Our traders trade firm capital and keep 70 to 80% of profits they generate. All trades and analysis in this video are for professional traders only. If you are interested in becoming a professional trader for Maverick, click the apply button in the video description. Let's break down what happened today.
So looking at the market analysis, let's just jump right into the headlines and the numbers. And today was a bit of a reversal of what we saw yesterday. So we had a massive monster rally yesterday. And if you just take a look at the chart today, I mean, this was just an inside candle. I mean, this is what we expect after some big expanded range candles. I think what's going to be important here is tomorrow. Does the buyers come in and push it higher? Or do we continue to see the sell-off? I mean, the good thing today is that we didn't close the lows, so we had a nice little wick on that candle. So I think next 24 hours is going to be very important, and see how we close out tomorrow is going to be something that I'll be watching closely here. As we take a look at the numbers today, you can see that, I mean, these numbers are just monster numbers. I mean, yesterday we had a 10% rally. So generally, I mean, these are very high numbers. But I mean, right now, these seems to be like the normal numbers here. Dow Jones down 2.5%, S&P down 3.5%, NASDAQ down 4.5%, small cap. So pretty much everything was down. Oil. So all these things that had a massive rally yesterday, they all sort of paired some gains. The only thing that really had an extension was the gold. I mean, take a look at gold, up 3%. That's back to new all-time highs. So it looks like gold rally is back on. Now, if you take a look at the numbers today, again, it was a pretty negative day, 83% to the downside and only 14% to the upside, and plus minus 50 MA. I've not really seen any big change in this number here, 90% below the 50. Now, here's the chart for the NASDAQ. And I mean, we kind of see a similar thing in NASDAQ as well. You know, the trend is down, but then, you know, the question is is this the sign of bottoming out? And it could possibly be, you know, we don't always get a perfect V-shaped recovery. You know, sometimes we get some back and forth price action before we can really rally here. But I think at this point, tomorrow will be a key day to see the price action. Now, as far as again, the heat map goes, you can see there's some pockets where relative strength was, but most of the things were down. Now, looking at our outlook tomorrow, well, I think I want to bring maybe my down to zero here. At this point, again, trends are pretty clear, but at the same time, risk to reward. You know, do I want to enter new positions here? You know, can market consolidate here? I think there's definitely possible reasons here. But one of the things, like I said, we'll be looking for is the market trying to bottom out here? And if that is, then we can sort of pivot and then see where we can find some nice patterns to buy into. And of course, there's so many beaten down stocks that you can look into. But you know, as far as my watch list goes, I have some of the ones here that actually still look good over here on the daily chart. Now, I don't have a whole lot of other setups like shorts. You know, I'm not really looking to enter any new short position. If there's any, I'd rather take a look at some long setups. Now, here's the first one, United Healthcare. You can see that this thing is just continuing to make a run higher. So, you know, talk about outperformance. This is the first one. Here's the other one, TJX. You know, this is the one that was part of my watch list last week. You know, I think last week I had quite a few bulls, but then we had that massive move on Friday and then everything kind of went down with it. Some of the things did held in, and this was one of it. TJX, I think at this point, looks like it wants to go higher. And here's the last one, the CVS, and same thing. You know, it was looking pretty good. Then we had a big drop here, recovery, and at this point, looking for a break above that 71, 72 area. So, you know, these are the pockets that are relatively showing strength. Now, when it comes to long setups, again, I think this is where we got to get the timing right for the markets. If the markets are truly bottoming out, then I think there's plenty of charts you can take a look at, find some good risk to reward opportunities. You know, this is where not only just individual stocks, you can even take a look at some ETFs as well. And I think those will be, you know, good places to kind of see. But I think the biggest question really is the sell-off over? and are we on a path of recovery? Now, tomorrow we also have a couple of reports, the US PPI. We had the CPI today. That was, again, nothing. It was nothing out of the ordinary out of that report. I'll be actually closely watching to the PPI because, in the recent last few weeks, I mean, the question is that did the materials start inflation kind of went up? So I think that's the one thing I'll be taking a look at. As far as the earning goes, you can see that we have a big block of financials that's reporting tomorrow. Again, these will be interesting too because the upcoming quarter. How are the companies or how are they going to provide their outlook? And of course, it's going to be more on the cautious side, but I think this is going to make it a little bit interesting. So keep an eye on that one as well as we begin the earnings calendar here. But yeah, I think markets, it looks a lot better than how it looked a couple of days ago. But let's see how market closes tomorrow. And that way we'll have a better idea as we move into the following week. That's all for now. Thank you for joining. We'll see you next update. Happy trading.